Bebop, got it on lock. Check your wristwatch. Tick tock, time for lift off. You hear the stars calling.
Yo, Mike. Check 1 2 1 2. Welcome back to the Bebop Boys podcast, where we talk about animes, comic books, and all types of fly shit. Welcome back to the Bebop Boys podcast.
I love it.
That one was perfect. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was great.
Matt needs to do everyone with a different accent. Because remember that one time he did it where he did like the
nice
90s
ball. Don't do it again with an
Do
accent.
an Asian accent next time.
No, don't do that.
Like Nathan Fielder.
It's too early in the episode for that.
Right.
Yeah.
But we got
It is
what we
pretty
at?
early in
We
the
at
episode.
400? No, how many episodes we at? 100?
Did you say were you about to say 400?
I was about to say 400.
Wow.
I was counting the shorts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So we 120. Yeah, you can do it.
at 120. Yeah, at 120.
No,
unload.
remember, we have to be 2 minutes in now.
I said we're too early in the episode.
2 minutes in to do anything
So
provocative.
after the 5-minute mark,
We're trying to get paid.
just let that shit rip.
All right.
I
can
don't
do
know
that.
if that's how that works.
What up, girls?
What up, man? We went to Comic-Con yesterday.
Whoa. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Comic-Con
We enjoyed ourselves, right?
2025.
Y'all,
I didn't
Y'all-
know because I'm poor.
because
Subscribe.
No, you
this
gullible.
nigga paid $700 for breaks.
Jesus Christ. You know when you go up to heaven, you got to answer that, right?
Nigga, I'm answering for it now.
I know.
I've been broke all fucking week.
No,
Ugh,
no,
it's
don't have
disgusting.
nobody ever do that.
I don't know. These
Yo,
white men
we were.
took advantage
I'm
of me.
still-
And not in the way that I like.
Look what I got this DEI. I got 700 out of them.
I told you, he wanted 1,100. Because
That's crazy.
I still have to get
wild.
more work done.
That's
Because
fucked.
whatever.
Go somewhere
Just
else.
don't go, just don't go to
Do you,
Melbourne.
you
I don't
own-
know what this means.
You own your car?
Yeah, I own it.
Oh, okay.
The lower control
no.
arms need replaced.
I mean,
Whatever
that
the
does
fuck
sound
that
that does
is.
sound like a.
I'm not a mechanic, so.
Say it early. Yeah. They like to be like, oh, like,
Yeah.
you have like 20,000 miles left before you actually need to replace them. They'll be like, yeah, your control arms need to be replaced.
Bro,
$400.
a dealership tried to fuck me over on my car. They tried to tell me that the whole light from my headlight had to be replaced, and it was just the bulb was loose.
Oh,
They were
shit.
like,
bro,
yeah, we
that-
can't.
Always getting.
They were
the
like,
second
bro, they
opinion.
were like, it's $1,700 to replace it, and I was like, nope.
What kind of car?
I can't even think about the additional $400 for another 2 weeks because I was still behind for Kylie when I went to the Kylie concert.
That was like 6 months ago, bro.
It was a
That
month.
was a month ago.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ, bro.
And I'm already living paycheck to paycheck, whatever. Not to put my business out there. It's hard out here for a bitch. So then my brakes went out. I'm like, oh fuck. And then now I'm like, ugh.
Bro,
Wild card,
the control arm is actually something that you do need to go to a shop for, but like regardless. But I mean, with shops, bro, these niggas be on some bullshit no matter what.
Mhm.
Because what they're supposed to be doing is charging an hourly rate, and then their hourly rate is supposed what they charge for a job is supposed to be dictated on the parts and the hourly rate. But they add money on top of whatever they pay for the parts. And they don't really charge an hourly rate. They charge whatever they think they can get.
Okay.
So it's
Hey, say 700. See what he says.
So
Take them 8 hours. It takes them 2.
Yeah.
It took him 4 hours to do
it
my
does not
brakes.
take 4 hours to
No.
do breaks.
But it doesn't.
Okay, yeah.
It does
Yeah.
not take 4 hours to do breaks.
I remember how to do
Okay,
brakes. It
yeah.
could take you
I dropped
30
that shit
minutes
off.
to do
I was
brakes.
there. I was the second person there because it was me and a lady, and she dropped her car off, and I dropped my car off.
What city did you go in?
St. Clair Shores.
What where at?
I don't know the name of it. Something SNK
There's this dealership I used to know. This
on 9
mechanic.
and Jefferson.
Oh,
10 and Jefferson.
You're in the wrong spot. Go to the one on 9 and Van Dyke.
Okay.
There's a mechanic I used to go over there, 9 and Van Dyke. Easy peasy
Yeah.
stuff. Not expensive at all.
It was like I took my car in at 8:30, and I didn't get my car back until 3.
What year is your car?
19.
What kind of car is it?
Nissan Rogue Sport.
Nissan Sport?
Rogue
Is
Sport.
it used?
Nissan Rogue Sport.
Yeah, it was used, but I got it when it was 2 years old.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, get a second opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, no, bro, because with that shit, bro, I called to get a quote on one thing for my car. Nigga, the prices ranged from $400 to $1,200 depending on who you call. Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
I expected to pay no
Capitalism.
more than $500. Yeah, it's a newish car. This is the first time the brakes needed to be done, and the moment they started grinding, I didn't get I didn't wait. I'm not one of those people. The moment that shit started grinding, I'm like, okay, let's get it done. So they shouldn't have been.
all four or just the front?
He said 4, I think.
I bet he did.
Yeah.
My boy was
Yeah,
like,
all 4 of these are out.
Yeah, he did. I remember.
Ain't
I was
even 4 brakes
all
in the
of them. He said like the little bit, like the back. He said I would have been, and now that I think about it in retrospect, yeah,
No,
you guys
let's
are
call him
right.
on the pod,
I
bro.
should
Let's
have
call him.
just got the front done and then came back for the back when I had the money. But like, I don't know. I ain't had no daddy.
Well,
next
that
time, let
being
us know.
said,
Let us know everything. So, yeah. That
yeah, we'll be
that,
your daddy.
That
The breaks
cost
don't even take 3 hours.
that cost you your Comic-Con.
I'm just Comic-Con nigga. I am.
And this was pretty good this
Hi.
year too.
Speaking
I had
of
to.
Comic-Con,
I had to DoorDash yesterday. You know how long it's been
Damn.
since I DoorDash, and I was so mad. I only got $70. I wanted to cry, bro.
That's more than 0.
Also, think of it from this perspective, the economy sucks right now. Everybody's broke.
Mhm.
Trying to upsell as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, because like
Yeah, thanks, Biden.
there's a
Bro, he is dead. What you talking about?
shit.
That boy gone.
Because like there's a what's that? It's a popular muffler place. The break
Muffler Bros.
The
Muffler
it's like a
muff-
burgundy
Muffler
and brown.
muffins.
I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Yeah. Something, yeah.
Yeah, and
Muffler.
they're like one on every corner or whatever. And like one of my customers at Starbucks, he does it for a living. So after he comes from work, and I just asked him one day while I was at work, I was like, how much? He was like $1,100. So it's like, and he's like, because that's because we do everything. We fill your fluids, we
Yeah, but
change
once you
it, blah,
don't
blah,
need
blah, blah,
all
blah,
that
blah.
shit, bro.
He said they just do it. It's just like
Nah,
it's
shit.
a standard. So I was like, okay, fuck, I ain't going in there.
Bro, I used to work at an oil
fluids
shop, bro. We used to upcharge some niggas. I used to work at Uncle Ed's, man. Every
Oh,
oil,
really?
every oil
They still
oil
polite
change
there.
was $80. Period.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I get my oil changed with that premium oil, and I only pay $50.
Exactly. I only
40,
pay 50
40,
bucks.
bro.
I get it from
Bro,
Valero.
This place. This will give you an example.
Explaining cars to your gay friend.
This will give you an example. There was one place I called to take my car to this place, like to have them swap out it was the catalytic converter, and I already have it. So I was like, okay, how much to swap this out? He said $400. That makes sense because it's a 4-hour job and he charges $100 an hour. So that made sense. Then my dad called the same place for the same job to verify the quote, and the guy said $700. And I was like, that doesn't sound right.
On the same car?
On the same car. So then I called the guy again, and I was like, hey, my dad called. You told him that I didn't remind him that he told me $400. I was just like, my dad called and said that you said that it was $700 to do this part. And he I was just checking, is that just for the labor or the parts and labor? He was like, oh, I don't remember if he said if he said he had the parts or not. I don't remember if he said he had the parts or not. I was like, no, we do have the parts. He was like, oh, well, then I guess that's with parts.
Then I guess
I was like,
fuck that.
You don't know?
Oh, that's some whole ass.
Then I guess,
Bro, that's gotta be the
I would have
biggest.
hung up on him so
That's
hard.
gotta be the biggest finessing.
What if
industry.
surgeons did that shit?
Like-
Though? What if that's just crazy?
Yeah.
Did you bring the heart?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be an extra
cars,
1,200 without
yeah.
the heart. Like yo, what?
like
They-
me.
They just be getting finessed. Anyway, Comic-Con was fun.
Yeah.
Did y'all do
was
y'all like
great.
Saturdays or Sundays better?
Yo,
Sunday.
I like Sunday better just because I don't like a lot of people.
Bro, way
It was-
too many fucking
It
people.
was a lot of people.
way-
Like,
And these
people-
motherfuckers don't know how to walk, bro.
Or Thursday,
Speed up.
right? Gold Thursday.
Oh my
Thursday.
god, bro.
They don't open Thursday. They was
Then I
open
open
Fridays.
Thursday.
Fridays, Saturdays.
Drug paraphernalia.
Oh yeah, just the.
Smell.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Cutler was fucking.
I didn't have a
2
lighter in
hours
the
late.
car. I was pissed. No.
Bro.
Bro.
yeah.
No, I don't know what
I-
the fuck it is. I think I ate something there. I don't know if it was the pizza, but my stomach hurt. Like,
Oh, okay.
like a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
no, it was something
Why would
that
you
ate
eat
there.
why would you eat the pizza?
Nigga, do you know how long I was there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was there just as
Why
long.
did you go to the food trucks?
Well, I refused to eat there, bro. I was there just as long as you.
Bro. Bro, the only reason that we ate the pizza was because we had to get in that line for Steve, and that nigga line was 2 hours, bro. We got
That's
there
true.
early. We got
Steve,
there
let me
early
tell you
and we're
something.
still late.
Steve is
No, we got there
finessing
early. And
all,
we still had to get out.
all y'all millennials,
No, for real. No.
depressed millennials and shit. Steve finesse y'all. This nigga said, "How are you doing?" one time, and then
Bro, he was
everybody's
checking
like,
them out. He was like,
Hey, bro, he gotta pay off
Sometimes
that.
that's why.
Niggas
No.
fucked up out
and then
here.
the,
It is.
who
Paying
was
off that
second?
But now,
Constitution.
but now, how much Mike could pay for his ass?
I paid $100.
for therapy hugs.
No, that's not bad because it was that's not bad. He paid $100 and it was an actual professional photo.
No, it was
And it was like a meet and talk to him, right?
Yeah.
was
Because
the
the
advice
first
you
one,
gave her?
The regular people on the floor were like
Watch that
60
nigga.
to 70.
I can see it. In
Hey, I love Steve.
No, the regular
it's just
one.
funny.
The regular one that we went to, which I thought I bought, was the just sign a copy.
Yeah.
Like they had like the I guess there's a photo out there with him and Tupac or some shit.
Oh,
It's like some
shit.
Photoshop shit.
That
And you
was
could like
fire.
sign. That
Oh,
yeah. So we
the deepest
basically
niggas in a millennial's life. Tupac
I bought
and
the
Steve from Blues
I bought
Clues.
the ones that were fucking at 4:30, not realizing I didn't buy the ones at 9. So I went there mad early for no reason. So we just like literally stayed there all day.
You got to read next time you buy it.
Bro, I couldn't because you was texting me at the same time, like, where my $10 at?
I
I'm
still
fucking
haven't
with
gotten that $10 yet.
I know.
Damn, how you bring up this money you owe me?
Right, on air too.
But
You
no,
did that
it was,
wrong.
It's
it was
documented.
it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a lot
Santuan
of
and Benny
fun.
were there.
Yeah, it was a lot of
It
fun.
was-
That was their
Shout
first
out
time.
Santuan and Benny.
Shout
Yeah, shout out
Shout
Santuan
out.
and
Benny was
Benny.
wearing this weak ass shirt.
Yo, I didn't even know it was me at first. I'm like, who the hell is that?
You ain't bought
That
your
might-
shirt?
No, I got one. No, I got
Oh, okay.
He's got
You
it.
bought your
No, the material on it it turned into a crop top. So I was like, I can't wear that.
Why is
Bro.
everybody else's shrinking? Mine's long as fuck.
Did you wash yours with tears?
Oh.
All right, I'm done. That's the last.
No, but I said this when I bought because I have two of them. I have the one that Persia said to get it from, and then I have my made from a different vendor. And like I like the one I have made from the different vendor because like the shirt shrink or the print shrink, it hasn't held up as well as the one I had made.
Well, Comic-Con this year was something.
I had a lot of fun.
I'm glad.
It was really
I'm glad
good
that you
for
had
me.
fun.
Yeah, it
I
was
stood
really
in
good.
line for 3
Okay.
hours.
Yeah, you was over there
Yeah,
for a
that
minute.
was
Yeah.
For Sholo, right?
For him and then the voice actor for Luffy.
Sholo
Which-
is
So
the
just real quick.
for Blue Beetle. Sholo is the actor for Blue Beetle.
Yes, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Solo.
I just call him Blue Beetle.
It's XOLO.
Yeah.
It's like long, but his short.
Yeah, he's Latino, so I don't know what the X actually sounds like because the J's be sounding like H's. Cholo?
Not Cholo.
You sound like an insidious
He
character.
called him a Cholo.
I don't know.
Sholo.
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 I
Well,
lean like a sholo.
He's handsome as fuck.
He
So
is pretty.
yeah,
Hey.
He is
I looked him dead in his eyes.
Gay.
I don't care.
I only watch Blue Beetle for the constant him
Watch
shredding
Cobra
his
Club.
clothes.
Gay.
Yeah. But anyway, still
Rumor has it he's one of the new Rangers in the reboot also because of the Cobra Kai.
Oh, I should have asked.
He's also in Invincible too.
He is.
He was
yeah,
the
he
dudes
was a
with the
random
scroll.
ass dude that they
Random-
probably paid a lot of money for that they could use for the animate. I'm done.
don't trigger Matt. But anyway, real quick.
Yep.
Real quick.
Oh yeah, he comes every year.
Wait, real quick.
Real quick.
Real quick.
We got One Piece Volume 1 signed by Luffy's voice actor. Right here.
That's what VA means.
VA means voice
I did
actor.
not know. I was making my game and what the fuck is VA? Is that Virginia?
It
Luffy
could also
from
mean
Virginia?
virtual
Visual
assistant.
acuity.
That makes sense.
Signed by Luffy's virtual assistant.
Venereal asshole.
But yes, so we've got One Piece Volume 1. Volume 1 signed by this, which we'll be giving away at 5,000 subscribers. But you have to like, subscribe, and comment.
Sub up.
And then we're giving that away, and then we're also giving away this fucking...
giving away another thing?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We're giving away 2
the
things
hell?
at 5,000 subscribers.
We agree to that?
Yeah.
I might want
This,
This
yeah.
is literally on the phone call. Anyway,
This is Jed McKay's Moon Knight run.
said it.
Yeah.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
he said, "I'm doing a bit, niggas."
God damn.
Moon Knight issue 1 through 30 with Devil's Reign Moon Knight, and then Moon Knight Annual number 1, and then some materials from the Avengers issue 45, and then some other shit. So 2 Moon Knight Annuals. So it's about 35 issues in this.
Wow. That's a whole lot of issues.
Yes, Jed McKay's
Because reading is what?
Moon Knight run.
Fundamental.
It is fun. So we're giving both these away at 5,000 subscribers. But you have to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we're going to check and make sure that
Yeah, we are.
you did all
and check
that.
your hate comments too, because
All 5,000 people.
Yeah, we're checking your hate crimes.
No, we are. Yeah.
you got any comments to Antonio, you automatically.
We got your
qualify.
records.
Yeah, we got your record. So both those will be given away. Are we giving both those to one person?
No, two separate people.
Two different
I was
people.
about to say, we gonna really bless somebody?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a lot of money to give one.
You better be our top fan, top
Yeah.
3, tier 3.
So yeah,
Man.
Yeah, it's gonna go to Benny or Santawan.
low key.
Hey,
give 'em a
yeah.
job.
So
Keep playing.
yeah, so those two things are gonna be given away at 5,000 subscribers.
hell yeah.
So yeah,
Be sure to share.
Because, like, honestly, thank you guys
Yeah.
for supporting us on this journey the last couple years. We appreciate you.
1 year.
Well, they've been doing it for 2 years.
They wasn't doing shit.
We weren't. We were putting in work every maybe other week, probably.
No.
maybe once a month.
I was trying to give someone credit.
We put in some work.
We was getting them verb. We was getting them. What's it called? We had fucking a GoPro.
In the last year and a half. Thank you.
So yeah,
For real.
hella growth. But yeah, so that's gonna be given away.
Yes.
So to start off, I'm gonna cover something real quick.
Hold on. We got anything from Comic-Con on
No,
the show? Matt?
Matt's got this weird ass fucking berserk necklace.
Oh, you can win to get
No.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, and send in your blood so we could put it in his guts necklace that he wants to sacrifice.
Send the blood
Griffith.
here.
Make sure that
Griffith.
Make sure
All right.
that
Get a
you
P.O. box.
that you become a good person to me, and that I love you and I care about you, so that my sacrifice will be meaningful and that I could get some godly powers. So.
yeah, that's what I like to hear.
I mean, demonic powers.
Hey, Griffith right here. But yeah, no. So let's jump into some stuff.
Yeah, good.
Enough small talk.
Do it.
And I'm going to start off with.
Take that back.
I take it back. I called him Griffith. That's on me. He's no Griffith. He is a Guts.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But no. So I want to talk about 2 comic books that came out recently this week. And the first one being Exquisite Corpses.
Do you have one?
They're in my room right now. First one being Exquisite Corpses. Issue 1 just came out on Wednesday, and it is phenomenal.
I think somebody at Comic-Con was reading that.
They might have been. Exquisite Corpses, written by Ram V. And it is basically about a shadow government that runs America and has since the beginning of time. And it's based off the 13 original colonies. And every 5 years, they compete in a tournament to gain control of the country for 5 years. So out of the 13, 12 of them will compete, and then the winner gets to go for the next 5 years. So the 13th person, whoever won, has to sit out.
Is it a battle to the death?
It is.
It's Hunger Games.
It is. So technically,
for kids.
it's like Hunger Games meets Squid Games, because what they do is like, so each.
It's Crayon Cats?
No, it's American kids. Well, no, anyone of any nationality can participate as long as they're from America.
Okay.
But so basically what it is like the rich people are all in a room watching it on TV. And it takes, so what they do is they close off a small town in America, and that's ground zero. And so each rich person gets a card, and each card represents the skill set that their killer has to be, professional in. Like, that's their specialty. So like there's electricity, there's just straight hands, guns, knives, swords.
You got to go against electricity and with just straight hands.
They got poison, yeah. So there's 12 of them there. So 12 get picked, and they all get dropped off in this small town. And the last one standing, the family who hired that killer gets to run America for 5 years.
So fuck. All right.
It's great, but they can kill any of the civilians in town too.
Like while they're under control, or while the battle is going on?
While the battle's going on, they just kill whoever they want, and there's no repercussions.
Holy-
And then so the person, like the killers, when they get hired, because some of them are professional people. Like the main one, what it looks like for now, is like a Marine, and like he got dishonorably discharged, and he was like, the woman was like, we can erase your past, start you over, get you back in the army. All the people who shunned you can be kicked out. Like, we control everything. And he was like, all right, bet, I'm in. Because they were like, if you win, your past gets erased. Any bad thing you've ever done is gone. You get $100 million. Like, bet, you're set for life. If you die,
a movie like this.
they will give $1 million to a person of your choosing. So yeah, it's great. So it's like Hunger Games meets Squid Games in a way. It's great.
$1 million ain't enough for that shit.
100 million. 100
100 million is fire.
100 million.
You know what's funny? All this dystopian propaganda now.
I mean, it wasn't dystopian.
Well,
It
it's
was
not even
regular
like
times.
dystopian. It's like real life. Like that shit could really happen.
It could be, and
Like,
that's why I think
we're
it's
one
so much fun.
presidency or current presidency away from that shit going down.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of like how the Masked Singer is, right? You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's a vote. You vote. people.
Y'all hear not to make it too political, but y'all hear that the U.S. is trying to do a reality TV.
I was
yeah,
literally
fucking,
just about to say
like,
that.
Get
I was
immigrants
just
in
about
for
to say that.
citizenship and
Yeah.
have it a fucking yes, Wes.
I think
Wes walks
Yeah.
away.
I will
I'm
say,
watching that
Wes
shit.
removed
I'm
himself
taking
from
it with a
social
grain of
media to
salt.
not see
I'm
this
taking it with a
stuff.
grain of salt
For
because
real though,
that's
right?
like that is
That
like
is
one of the most wildest
fucking
things
awful.
that
Okay.
I really am trying my hardest to not believe that it's a real thing because
That-
I don't know, like I only just saw it on social media, so I
No,
can't
because
say,
they
but-
almost it's real because they were so close when student loans were a big topic a few years ago. They almost did the same thing for student loans, like have you compete in a competition to get your student loans.
That's some
Like,
whole ass shit.
so this is probably like the same
Not
production company for
surprised.
that, but then got a lot of negative publicity, so it stopped.
So you wouldn't watch it.
No, bro, because the immigration
What games
one,
are they playing?
or it didn't go that
The
far 'cause
games
people
they
were
play.
fucking pissed.
They just playing Tekken.
But anyway, the second comic book is Battle Beast
Yes,
from the
okay.
Invincible universe, and I didn't know what to expect when picking this up, and it's fucking great.
Nice.
It's
I'm
beautiful.
glad to hear that.
It takes place after, like, the moment after you meet Battle Beast for the first time, when he was hired by that goon.
Metalhead.
Yeah, and then Battle Beast just like goes into that portal and he's like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here. You guys suck." You pick up right after that, and he goes onto this ship. There, he's killed everyone on the ship already, and he's just eating them for food. And then the computer on the ship pops up, and he's like, "What the fuck? I didn't know you were here." And the ship was like, "Bro, they told me to be quiet, but like they're all dead, so it don't matter." He was like, "I love those people like it was my family." He's like, "So my goal is to kill you." And Battle Beast is like, "Bet, we got the same goal." He was like, "Because my goal is to die." He's like, "I want to fight someone to the death and I want to lose." That's the goal. So the whole premise of the comic book is this ship finding someone strong enough to kill Battle Beast.
He just sitting there waiting.
The first fight was gorgeous. The artist is Ryan Otley.
The goat.
Yeah, his artwork in this, insane. That's what makes so far the comic book so good. Because the story is
Is it?
It's just black
Is
and
it
white.
in the continuity of the TV show or the original comics?
the original comics.
Okay.
And the storyline is, again, just black and white. It's just battle. He just wants to die.
Battling as a beast.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much
Can't ask
that.
much more
But
from that.
the look of it is so fucking beautiful. And like, you were always like talking about how the comics were so good looking compared to the animation. And like after, because it had been a while since I'd read it. But after reading Battle Beast, I was like, yeah, no, I get it now. I get it. Because there's some pages where I was like, God,
Yeah.
my man's was working his ass off. I got issue 2 already because I accidentally pulled that in that blind bag. Well, it was supposed to be for you, but it wasn't issue 1. I was trying to get you a copy of issue 1, which I went back to my comic book store afterwards, and he was like, yeah, like, he was like, the blind bags weren't the only things we were selling. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, issue ones were like right below it. And I was like, that's not normally how
So then
they
what's the
stack
point
them.
of
The blind bag was for variant covers.
Oh, that's right.
It was just some
That's
shit
what
they
you're
did.
talking about. Yeah.
But in there was the ultra advanced copy of issue 2, which comes out next month. So I accidentally pulled that.
Let me ask you a question. For a person that reads comics thoroughly, like I read comics, but it's usually for media that I already know. Like I'm only gonna, or it's connected in some way. I will say like I only read comic books from DC, Marvel, and the Power Ranger comics. That's really all I read.
Okay.
You read stuff outside of the big main ones. What draws you to a comic like the Last House, the Lake House one, or the one?
There's a lot of really good ones.
This one that you just told us about. That's not standard superhero stories or whatever.
So honestly,
Mm-hmm.
one, you got to see who's writing it. Because the thing is, like, if you like what they're writing on Marvel and DC, you're going to like what they're writing on this way more.
Okay.
Because when they're writing for Marvel and DC, you have like a line that you have to stick to. Exactly. So like with guidelines, and they're still killing it, like what they can do on their own cannot compare. Like this stuff over here cannot compare to this over here.
Yeah.
Like
That makes sense because I like Kyle Higgins' work in Power Rangers, and then he did what is that other tokusatsu Radiant Black.
oh yes, Radiant Black's great.
Yeah, I love it.
It's-
But Kyle Higgins did it on Power
Yes.
Rangers, and then he did Radiant Black.
And Radiant
I love
Black
Radiant
was
Black.
phenomenal, and
Yeah.
you can
Okay.
see the Power Ranger aspect from it and
of-
all that good jazz.
Yeah.
But like it's his own thing, and it's great. It's Radiant Black's great. You
love
got
Radiant
Rogue Sun
Black.
too. Rogue Sun's really
Yes, Rogue
good.
Sun. Rumor has it they're coming live action.
Well, that would be cool. They're in the same universe, so that'd be
That's
sweet.
Invincible, right?
No. There was another comic book I was, but also like I listen to other people talk about it, and so like if someone recommends it and I like what, like if me and that person like the same thing, and they're like, "Yo, check this out," like I watch this YouTuber called The Blurred Without Fear,
Yeah.
and he does best comic books of the week. So if he mentions something that I didn't pick up, then I will check it out because things that he's recommended before were good.
Okay.
So like, and also like, I don't know why I do this, but like if like I picked up something and then he talks about it on that, and I'm like, oh yeah,
You feel justified.
exactly. Like I know that I like it, but just because I like it doesn't mean that it's going to be actually good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So and then Wednesday Pull, this dude on Threads and Twitter, he always is recommending things out there to people. So again, if he recommends something that I haven't picked up already, I will check it out. So there's certain people that I trust. If they recommend something, I will go check it out. But also, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a judge a book by its cover type girl.
Yeah, if it's too shiny.
Exactly. So I'll pick it up and I'll give it a chance for sure. There's a few things that I've been reading lately that are really good. I was a fashion school serial killer. That's issue 2 just came out. That was phenomenal.
Fashion
that's-
school serial killer.
I was a fashion school serial killer. It's great. It's so good. And she kills. I mean, she's part of a different story called Vinyl, which is a whole like different thing I haven't read yet, which I want to read. But she kills like rapists. She kills domestic violence people. Just like in issue 2,
That's badass.
her best friend was doing works DoorDash, and during one of her deliveries, the 3 men tried to force her into the house and take advantage of her, but she got away. And so she was like, she ran to her friend. I think her name is Rennie, the main character, Rennie, and she was like, give me your phone so we can share locations. And she was like, okay. So she gave her phone, and when she gave her phone, she just looked up her last delivery location, and then she went there and killed all 3 of them,
Hell yeah.
and then took a bath in their blood.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But she's like, it helps her because it also like she gets anxiety and like she gets itchy and ticks.
Yeah, bitch, you bathing in blood. That's probably
Well, no, that's what calms her down. Like having a bloodbath just calms her. Skin is perfect, and like she made a jacket out of leather. She was like, it was great. She's great. I love her. The way she killed those men, so good, so good. She made like hair things. Oh, it's great. She made
That sounds disgusting. It's awesome.
it's awesome because fuck those guys. But she made like little hair things. You put them in your hair to hold your hair up.
hairpins.
Something like
Correct.
that. But she made it out of human bones. She shoved those bitches right through this guy's fucking eyes, right into his head, killed him. It's great. That one's really good.
Hell yeah.
We love comics.
Anyway, those are some recommendations.
I
Definitely
watched-
pick up Exquisite Corpses though.
Exquisite Corpses sounds crazy.
Yeah,
Exquisite Corpses. I need to get some of the variant covers. They got, like I told you earlier, they got the poly bag. The poly bag, the cover is an inverted color of the original cover, and then it comes with a trading card for one of the killers.
Oh, that's
So I think they're gonna I think it's gonna be 12 issues for each killer, and then each issue is gonna come with a card for the killer.
Yeah, that's dope as fuck. I
fuck
think
that.
I watched Fire Force, and I know we talked about Fire Force like recently, but because I think I said I was rewatching it because like, and that what was throwing me off was like, yeah, the fucking fan service is a lot, bro. Like
titties.
it is a lot, bro. But
That main
but
character
titties,
hilarious.
but
No reason.
titties, just for no reason. But
Boingy boingy. I saw that clip for that one anime I keep talking about where the gun, he has a gun, he's laying on top of the girl, and he shoots the gun, and the recoil makes her boobs bounce.
Yeah, that.
Oh yeah,
and then
that
and then
zombie
the bullet
show?
is traveling, and then she.
wait, that's a real show.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a real show. And she does a
Zombie,
cartwheel,
High
and, like,
School of the Dead.
and her boob, like the bullet is traveling while she's doing a cartwheel, and her boobs literally like
Split.
Yeah. Yeah, that show is egregious.
I've never seen this show, but I've seen this clip so many times, and it's amazing. But it's like, ugh.
I seen another clip from that show where it was like two girls, they were running, and one of the zombies got one.
Oh yeah.
And then she just goes, "Get off me, bitch!" And then Lisa,
that's the same
Lisa
show?
yeah,
Yeah.
and just
Yo, that's
runs
hilarious.
away.
I got the manga.
But anyway,
I got the manga.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Fire Force,
Fire Force fan service.
boobies.
Let me go, bitch.
But I think
Kick the fuck out of it.
the show I'm talking about, I think that's the intent. Like, it's intentionally being obnoxious.
yeah,
I've never
parody.
watched
yeah,
it.
like
The
it's-
Fire Force one is not like that. Like
Yeah,
the
right.
Fire
They
Force
actually have a
There is-
story.
I
in
will say
Fire
there's levels to that,
just
but
add
Fire
boobs.
Force
Yeah,
is
they-
distracting.
Like it's just
Girls.
it's
clothes
like
burn
it's like a cheap kind of gimmick. I think like the fan
It doesn't
service in
add
there.
to the story at all.
It doesn't add to the story. Like even they even tried to make it like deep. Like when I was
This is why
rewatching
we're
it,
showing tape.
no, there was a backstory to the girl who is like the main one they use for fan service because they said that she has something called a lucky lecher or some shit like that, and it's like it's what makes her like shit happens to her that is the fan service like something will happen and she'll trip and fall and
And then her
slip
clothes
out of
fall
her
off.
clothes.
That's so fucking
Like,
annoying,
And
bro.
then it was like it showed her backstory where she was in school and like something happened and then like all the guys said she was a slut because of this and all the girls hated her because she would end up naked in front of their boyfriends and just dumb shit. Like, but it was some fucking nonsense.
It's so annoying.
But where it's at right now, that shit is kind of good, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
The
I was
story's
like,
pretty good in Fire.
like where,
Didn't finish the first season.
yeah, where it's at.
I
right
love
now,
the way it looks, but I couldn't finish it.
yeah,
No,
the
and
animations.
I do have I have a more of an appreciation for what you were saying about the sound design from there. Like the sound design is
Yeah,
fucking
it's
dope.
so like hearing
Like
the
the
ignite,
boof.
the ignite,
Yeah.
like ignite,
Ignition.
ignition.
I've never
of the
even watched
flame.
it, and I still think
Good.
it's the best sound design.
Yeah,
I've ever heard.
it's so dope.
Like it's so dope. Yeah,
It's so
And visually
ridiculous,
it's
though.
amazing. Like it's
Yeah.
it's a very nice looking anime. But for me, I couldn't get through that first season.
No, when it's solid, and then like where it's at right now, like I said, like they haven't done any like fan service shit like this season, I don't think,
Yet.
and because like where they're at, the story's too serious, like
Okay.
it doesn't really fit, and the only thing that they did that was fucking ridiculous, fucking ridiculous. They turned people into infernals with bugs, like these little bugs.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking
Always
captain
bugs, dude.
of the captain of the team, which is Team 8, they randomly like the group that all of these Fire Force teams work for, which is like the church essentially for the entire country, the Empire, they merged with the villains. Like they sided with the villains and then they merged. So then the company 8 that the main character is at became like they're the villains now. Like they're on the outside and they're trying to capture them. They captured their captain out of nowhere, just took him in, and then they were like, "We're gonna turn you into an infernal." So they put the bug on this nigga, bro. Mind you, the captain, the leader of Captain or Company 8 is regular. He doesn't have powers at all. Like he just works hard as fuck.
He's just a good guy.
Yeah, he's just a good person, and he works out constantly. Like he
that
trains
guy.
for it.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, they put the fucking bug on this nigga, and he flexed his muscles. He started flexing, and the bug couldn't get it.
Oh shit! Couldn't penetrate.
The bug couldn't penetrate because of how hard his
Oh
muscles.
shit!
That's like,
hilarious.
It's so good.
Bro, he was flexing like. Like,
That's all they had practice for the calendar.
yes. So he was doing that, and that was basically he was doing that to buy time while they fought the bad people, like so that they could get the bugs off him. And then when they did get the bugs off him, it was like a 2-second thing. He was like, "Oh, you're fine now. All right, let's go." Like, but that shit was.
I gotta
hilarious.
watch this season, bro.
Bro, they were hyping him up. They were like, because they put him up on an altar, like on the top thing, and like they were hyping him up. Like when he did it, they were like, everyone encourage the captain. He was like, your muscles look amazing. Like he's
very body positive in that show.
yeah, that shit was hilarious.
'Cause isn't that
bro.
there's that one girl who's super muscular, and isn't she embarrassed about that shit or something?
They like she's self-conscious. Like anytime anyone says anything to her, she interprets it like they called her like a beast or like an ape or something.
She's strong as fuck.
Yeah, she's strong as fuck.
Yeah.
That shit, but all in, like where it's at story wise is really dope. Like it's crazy. And then the fucking in this last episode, bro, they did something so sweet. It's hard to explain it without you actually seeing it, but it's like, so in the story, there's a captain and there's like nuns, but one of the captains used to be a nun, and like her name is Princess. Her and Iris, which is like the sister for Company 8, grew up together, and when they were kids, everybody that in their church, like that they grew up with, died. Like they all turned into infernals one day randomly. So then that's why Captain Princess left the church and Iris just went on and did some other shit. But like Princess is a scientist, so she was trying to uncover why people were spontaneously combusting, and she just went back to the church because like they're saying like there's a secret about this shit here. So she went there. Something happened where they uncovered that there was a basement underneath the church, and they found out like while this is happening though, they like cut to like a story where like it's telling the story of the sisters, like how this church came to be and what their role was and like what their life was like when they were growing up there. And it's like a different animation style. It's like paintings. So it's like really cool looking. Then it goes into the actual anime and the whatever. And then she starts reading through these books, and then she like drops the books, like she starts freaking out. And then she realizes that they were doing experiments on them when they were kids. Like when the food that they were eating had the infernal bugs in them and like that kind of shit. Like but as she was reading, when she was reading something, it was showing the correlating part from the story they told earlier. So it was like when they initially told the story, it seemed very innocent. And then when she was like reading through it, you can see how it related to what they were saying. So it would so it would show like her reading a part about like bugs, and then it would cut to the part in the story earlier when it was like the girls would cook these meals to themselves, and then it would cut back to the book and then cut back to the story, and like it was just fucking brilliant. That it was the way they did that shit was beautiful. Like they're putting in work. And even in the last episode when Shinra was fighting Captain Burns, the animation on that shit was fucking wild. Like it was almost like Gear 5 shit. Like it was crazy.
Well, speaking on animation real quick, I heard that that episode of Solo Leveling took like 3 months per episode.
Really?
It takes like 3 months. Yeah.
I can imagine that or the episode before the last episode with the bug fight was
Oh yeah, that probably,
insane animation.
Yeah.
Insane. And even though
I think the dub just
the season ended.
the season ended. I think the dub just dropped. I think
dub's been dropping.
Oh,
It's
okay.
I
think Daima.
Give a fuck about no English.
Daima 1 did just drop.
Oh my
I forgot
god,
that I read all
That's
that.
been fucking trending lately.
Well, because the English came back.
Yeah.
Daima's Goku going Super Saiyan 4 and the dub version of it. So it's Sean Schimmel hollering again.
Yeah.
And I posted on Twitter. I said one thing Sean will do is yell.
You can get
Yeah,
them numbers
he
up.
passed
One thing
out.
that
Get
nigga
them
will do
numbers.
is
At
yell.
least what he said.
And then the dub
He
also.
said he passed
Oh yeah, he did say that. I passed
Yeah,
out.
he said
Oh,
1 to
what?
3 times he passed
Also
out
the
doing
dub
Damn.
of when
I get that.
Bulma
$10
said her and Vegeta ain't having sex no more.
Oh,
You
yeah.
ain't stop
Stop
fighting.
showering.
No more
Our
bathtub
Bath
time.
We know what that meant. We're not fucking.
Well,
I think they actually meant like you ain't
Yeah,
about
bath,
they
dude.
fucking in the bath.
It-
which,
yeah, like
you
you're
know
fucking,
exactly what
yeah,
that
you're
meant.
fucking anywhere.
it's a
but,
kid
yeah.
show.
it don't matter.
But we know what that meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, no bath time,
And
baby.
he came out One thing Vegeta will do is goon for his wife, and I love that.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
That's what I do. I love that for Vegeta. Like,
Mm.
can't nobody calm this nigga down but Bulma.
Mhm.
And I love that
And
for him.
Goku.
Meanwhile, Goku is running away from Chi-Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goku
Bro.
always run away from. He
He
never
runs
even
away
that
from
woman.
Goku encourages the ass.
Whereas Bulma, Vegeta love him some Bulma.
Mhm.
Hate
Yeah.
his kids, love Bulma.
He loves his kids. He loves his
I don't
kids.
think he fuck.
He was
likes
gonna.
Bulma.
He was gonna not do the tournament of power because of his kid.
I think he's just rough on his kids.
Yeah.
He's a little bit.
not
yeah,
the daughter.
Oh, that's the
They-
kind of person-
Not
Yeah,
Bulma.
no, he was gonna.
Bra. Do they call her Bra
Bra-
in Super
Bra-
or Bulla? It was Bulla in GT.
I thought it was Braun GT.
In the sub was Bra, but then when they dubbed it in America,
Yeah, I hate that.
it's Bulla.
That's
Okay,
a
yeah.
stupid
So
ass
they did
fucking
made
name.
it. Bulla.
Bro, that's a dumbass name.
Yeah, it was Bra in
Such a
GT.
stupid fucking
Because
name.
their name Trunks, Bra, their last names are brief, so they're all off underwear.
Yeah.
But but they turned it to Bulla in the GT.
The fuck is
dub.
Ebola? Ebola?
It was just
Anyway.
black
Yeah,
trunks
bro.
walking around. In,
Also,
city.
Monster was. I've been watching Monster, and Monster's fucking insane.
I gotta read that.
Monster, the
I hear
anime.
it's amazing. I hear it's
Monster is
good.
fucking wild, nigga. That shit, bro.
Monster's more psychological.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Monster is one of them ones where it's like when people say anime is for kids, they
I'm
like,
thinking of
watch Monster.
Parasite.
You
Yeah.
should watch Monster. Like,
Parasite's
because
in there.
Monster will, nigga. There's not a single glimpse of humor in all of Monster. There's not.
That's my type of anime.
No, like that, nigga. That shit is like the Walking Dead type shit.
Oh, yeah,
like,
there we go. Shit.
like it's like there is not. That shit is serious the entire fucking time. in the episode that I just watched, the main villain cross-dressed as his twin sister and told a kid, kidnapped a kid, and told the kid that didn't do shit to the kid. Just told him that like nobody wanted you. That's why you don't have a mom.
Oh.
There's nothing special about being born.
Oh,
There's nothing special about your existence.
true.
Then,
Edge
mind you,
lord ass nigga.
this story takes place in Germany, like in the 90s or like post. No, yeah, it's in the 90s. So they're in
And I asked
Germany.
terrible, but terrible.
No. They go over to Prague.
Still bad.
Nigga, they touch on everything. They touch about Nazis. They touch on Nazis. They talk about the secret, the Czechoslovakian secret
Cold.
police.
Oh, okay.
Lodge.
Like-
no, wait,
like-
no.
All kinds of
Gestapo.
shit. So this happens in Prague. He takes that little kid because the little kid is an orphan and he's looking for his mom. He takes the little kid and sets him loose in the red light district and says,
Oh, shit.
"Your mom is here." But if no one,
Yo, what the fuck?
but if no one calls out to you, then that means you were never wanted.
Yo, come on. What kind of shit
And
is
then
that?
the kid walks through the red light district, sees all kinds of fucked up shit. And then the kid was about to jump off a bridge, bro. He was like, "Here, I realize now, nobody ever wanted me.
Oh my god!
Like, I'm a
Johan-
waste of life."
Johan is a
Johan
different
is a
monster.
piece of fucking shit.
Johan
And
is
it's
a
just
whole
called
different
Monster?
It's called
Yeah,
Monster.
called Monster.
But low key, I told my girl to watch it because she's a psych major, and I think honestly it does. That's a key component of it. It's touching on psychology and like what makes people that way. Because like they're doing like some of the characters that were in there like grew up in the same place that Johan grew up in, which was like an orphanage where they were doing secret experiments on kids to try and make them
Oh, this is a old.
something. Like they were teaching them, basically they were doing like mental torture on these kids to like make them be good spies or like be good like
Black
killers.
Widows.
And Johan, like even Johan went to this place and he was the one that disrupted it because he was so bad. Like he was so bad that he ruined the whole experiment.
badass
Like, he
kid.
fucked up all the other
Just
kids.
one bad apple.
Yeah,
Bro,
exactly.
but one
Shit.
bad apple in a place that's making bad
The
apples.
bad apples. Yeah.
Like,
How you
I ain't
so
gonna have a
bad?
rotten apple
he's
already.
he was a
Motherfucker, worm
fucking
in it.
beast. But it was like, but it like touches on like what happens when a kid grows up with no love and no affection, no like whatever, and like what happens when that person grows into the world.
I forgot
up, bro?
about him.
Nah,
No,
nah.
he's doing his rounds.
Damn, I was about to Bring up an anime. I forgot.
Bro, yeah, but that shit is insane. That shit is intense. I didn't finish it yet, but like, god damn,
I
bro.
just read they're trying. Guillermo del Toro wants to do the live action.
Wow.
Of Monster?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Damn,
Somebody
Guillermo
was
del
talking
Toro.
about
HBO
it.
was one of-
Somebody was talking about his films. I was bringing up the Netflix Pinocchio.
Bro, that
Yeah,
Netflix
actually.
Pinocchio is so good.
Fucking fucked up.
So
They
good.
HBO passed on it in 2015, but they're shopping it to other networks.
Damn.
He would do such a good job with live action Monster. It's crazy. Based off of the way that he did his Pinocchio, he would kill it.
Yeah, we should do. They should. I don't think Netflix would do a good job with that.
He's allergic.
I don't know. It depends, man. Netflix could really be hit or miss.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on like
They
who's
can do
directing it.
good.
HBO would be a place for it.
100%.
Like with that, with
The release schedule for it would be weird.
like the story of it itself, like HBO would be the place for it because like it doesn't really fit Netflix.
Speaking of HBO, they're transitioning
Oh,
back
yeah.
to HBO Max.
Yeah.
Remember? It's the same
It
app.
better be
It's
the
just
same app.
updated.
They're just changing the name.
Max was the original HBO Max app.
No, it was HBO Go. Remember
HBO,
that?
was
so it
HBO
was two
Go.
types. It was
Yeah.
HBO Go.
Why do they
What-
keep changing the name? It's
Oh
not
yeah, it
that
was
deep.
HBO Go. So
We
HBO
don't
Go
care.
was
Mm.
if you paid for the streaming service,
Yeah.
or if you got it through.
It was just
cable.
HBO. It was just if you got it through cable, yeah.
Yeah.
'cause-
And then
Normal
and then
shit.
they introduced Max as the. Yes. Go was if you had cable and used your password through your cable, and then HBO Max was if you just
Like
paid for the streaming
streaming, yeah.
service.
Yeah.
But they're going back to HBO Max.
They need to bring back some shows.
They
All
need to
the
bring back
shows,
everything that they got rid of in Max.
Mm.
We were
They
talking
need
about this on
to
the call.
lower the price. I don't give a fuck about the.
Everybody needs to lower
I don't
their
give a
prices.
fuck about your name.
But
It's not worth $15 now. And
No.
then so Mitch was telling me, Mitch uses my password, and he said that they started asking for credentials, like address or stuff.
use
I
your
said,
password.
these niggas don't have the clout to ask for location for passwords now.
Eat a
Maybe you
dick.
did when you first started.
I'll go right on the booty sites.
You haven't. I don't know.
Pirate
Yeah,
sites.
but Mitch said they started asking for the password. You still use mine?
Pussies.
Mm.
Let's get into these trailers.
trailers.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
And
Wes is gonna-
we have a message from our producer,
Trailers.
Wesley.
Wesley
or Wesley?
Wesley. This is regarding
Thank
HBO
you,
Max. I'm gonna be a dad.
Are you serious? No. Oh.
I'm making fun of Bella from Ellie from fucking.
Last of Us.
Oh,
I don't watch Last
when all
I
that
was so
dropped.
excited. I want to be a
That's true.
gunkle.
I'm never gonna be a dad. We're not having children.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, in The Last of Us, her girlfriend took a pregnancy test and she was pregnant.
How?
And her response
Well,
was, I'm
they
just
lesbian?
because
yes, and she's gonna be a
she
dad.
was with somebody else before her.
Yeah.
What's his name? Isaac.
I didn't play the video games.
Yeah.
Or
Either
watch
way.
the TV show.
that was funny though.
I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. You got
That
me all
was her
excited
response.
to be a gunkle and shit.
I
Bitch
was talking
ass.
about her saying I'm gonna be a dad. That shit-
Oh, Bella says she's going to be a dad?
It's-
That's fucking.
And he like grabs her and starts making out with her as if like she got her pregnant.
Well, where is dad? Is he
The
dead?
dad is
Probably
helping
dead.
them. Is helping. They're yeah. Yeah.
So, okay.
So that's how that goes.
Good for her.
But yeah, these trailers.
Trailers.
Which
I feel like Persia wants to do a hate slur real quick.
you want to say something?
No, Persia, you're fine.
Well, lesbians can't have kids.
Let's start off
Not my
with
Mommy
business.
can't be daddy and mommy and daddy.
Not my business.
Which
What-
trailer first? Superman.
Superman. I think we should get into Superman first. I think.
I am genuinely, officially, I know I've been like on the fence of Superman. I am officially excited.
What was the thing?
The interview part
Oh,
of
yeah.
it. Did you see the
It made me
connotation
fucking-
and the change in his voice?
But
He said,
Lois,
you want to interview me as Superman? She's like, yeah, and they sat down. She's like, let's interview you as Superman. And his posture changed. His voice dropped an octave. I was like, shit. Because I don't think we talked about this because the thing I want to do for the podcast, like go through the Superman movies together. But in the Superman movies I've seen, I don't think I've seen, aside from like hair either slicked back or something, I don't think I've seen a physical depiction of the difference between Clark Kent and Superman.
Christopher
Usually
Reeves.
I don't.
You ever see that?
I've never seen the Christopher Reeve movies. No,
Oh,
I
okay,
haven't.
because that's
I
where
know
will
about
give-
them and I've seen them, but I
thought it was just
You seen
glasses.
that one scene?
but like just glasses. But I've never seen like I said in the trailer, the nigga went from like and then he's like, okay,
what you said
I said,
verbatim.
wolf.
There's a scene in the Christopher Reeves movies. Now I'm not I wasn't a fan of the Christopher Reeves movies.
Really?
Yeah, just because it just.
Really? Why?
I only
Curious,
watched
because
it
they're like the one of the best. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I only watched
I've never
it like
seen
in
them
the past
personally.
3 years. Like it was like 3 years ago when I watched it.
Uh-huh.
It was it was a product of its time.
Okay.
Like it was like the girl characters were very stereotypical. Like they played a
Damsel
woman
in
character, damsel in
Okay.
distress, and then the guys acted really manly and in like a very toxic kind of way. But it was like
Okay.
again product of its time, and then some of the effects looked really weird. But it wasn't like bad. I wouldn't say. But anyways, the whole point is there's a scene in it where, he's as Clark has his glasses on, whatnot. He's in just like a suit, and he's talking to Lois, and she's like, "All right, I'll see you later." And then as she walks out the door, he does what you just said, where he like raises up a little bit, and then his whole demeanor changes, and you're like, "Oh, he's Superman."
Okay. Wow.
It's actually
'Cause,
very.
like I
good.
grew up on I'm a big Smallville fan.
Fuck
and,
yeah.
And towards the end of the season, like the last 3 seasons maybe, it was essentially the Superman show, but they couldn't say it because of rights. And Clark Kent and the Superman he was portraying, there wasn't a big difference. You know, he would still walk around. He did wear glasses and will
So
dress up
much fun, though.
when he was going to work, but there wasn't a big difference between him. And even in Superman and Lois, because it was a Superman, which, you know, I love that show, but he was a Superman of a particular age. Like he was in his late 40s in the show. He has 2 kids or whatever. And Clark Kent was kind of being phased out as, spoiler alert, what happens in the end of this show. Clark Kent comes out as Superman. Wow, I love Tyler Hoechlin's performance of the show. Again, no big difference between Clark Kent and Superman. You know, he was just if anything, his Clark Kent was shown to be a great father, not really showing what the Clark Kent of it is. And even when he did his little bouts in Supergirl, there wasn't a lot of a difference of Clark Kent and stuff. And I don't remember, did you guys see Superman Returns? I don't remember being.
He was not.
There was
really
no big
distinct.
difference.
No.
Wasn't
really
even though
good
he
movie.
played, you know, and he played him again in the Arrowverse and stuff. So again, just like that clip itself just showed like, damn, this is something they're going to show us some difference, because like we get this in other superhero media where Bruce Wayne and Batman are 2 different fucking people. And and that's like one thing you have to get right when an actor has to play Batman. You have to be able to play essentially 2 characters, a Bruce Wayne and Batman. And I think every actor has gotten that right to an extent, except for Robert Pattinson, but that was intentional, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Pretty still.
Yeah, he's Batman. He's not Bruce Wayne right now.
Brooding,
He's
sad.
He's fruity.
Yeah,
You're
We
not my
don't know.
dad.
We don't know.
Bat F slur.
We don't
very.
say it.
Sorry, I've been doing that. That's a side story. Never mind. But so that's what got me excited, because what is your Chucky doing?
His toys are in there.
Yeah, he's just making biscuits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got catnip in it.
Okay. So that's what got me excited, because like, yeah, it's colorful, and yeah, it's hit on the same points that like Batman v Superman and Man of Steel did about the political aspect. Does the world need a Superman? Who does Superman represent when he goes out and stop these wars, stop these fights? Because remember, that was a big thing in Batman v Superman. He went to go save Lois from an African warlord, and Superman got in trouble for that shit, because like you said, they said he went out there like a rogue person to save Lois and do that shit. He's like, look, I saved the woman I loved and stop a man. Like, I don't care. So they kind of went into it. So in the trailer, they kind of went deeper into that, and like, who do you represent? Do you represent America? He's like, I represent myself, and I'm just doing the good thing, the right thing to do the right thing. And that's what I love about that shit, because that's Superman at his core. He's just trying to be a good guy. This is his home, and which I don't like. Remember, we were talking about this a couple episodes ago about John.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
The whole Tom Taylor, John
Yeah,
Kent one.
like, this isn't my home. Blah blah blah.
Well,
No, this
it's
is
not,
your home.
It's not that he's saying it's not his home, but that's not originally where he's from.
Yeah.
You're
So
a guest
he
here,
feels like it's not his voice to say what is right and wrong for humans to decide.
But nigga, you've been doing it this long. But anyways,
He's been saving. He's been
yeah,
saving.
you've been doing it.
But
this
now
long.
that you have a son,
because you have a
son that's from here. That is,
Yeah.
he is the voice.
But so just seeing that and like, you know, seeing the cameos of Terrific playing with Crypto and seeing the Nathan Lane as Green Lantern was kind of dope. So I'm excited to see this world. It's very colorful, which is what James Gunn does, and it looks like it's not going to be a quiet day in Metropolis. This is like it's we talk about like we're not going to live in Gotham. I don't think I want to live in Metropolis either.
No.
I don't think
them buildings
or
was
you don't want to
toppling.
live in New York in the Marvel universe.
No,
like, I don't,
hell no.
It sounds like I don't want to live in
Blackouts every
Metropolis
2
either.
seconds.
Yeah.
I really did like that they made Superman like more human and everything. I still do like Man of Steel and everything, but like even like I was going back to like the courtroom scene where the courtroom blew up and when they arrested Superman and Man of Steel, he just looked around.
Or
and he just
farming while
flew-
people are
he just-
dying.
Oh, yeah, just looked
He
around.
didn't care that all those people died.
Yeah.
I don't think he didn't care.
Well, they said
No, I know.
He's
but it's
tired.
just-
Yeah.
Like,
well, they
damn,
said in
bro.
the I didn't see the director's edition or whatever it is that he actually tries to save people in the courtroom, but it wasn't in the final product of the movie that like came out and everything.
in Batman v Superman.
It's
and
on brand
no,
for
it was
Zack.
in Batman and Superman?
That's Batman.
Yeah, that's Batman v Superman. Yeah. So no, in the trailer where like a civilian was like helping Superman up after he fell down. And he
Yeah.
hit down. I was like, damn, dog. I kind of like seeing that. shit, at
People
least in
like
Superman.
so we've
I've
been
never seen that. in
We've
no
been
Superman.
seeing this, and that's it. This is across all media. We've been seeing a Superman who's later in life, or who's a little bit jaded and bitter, and that's probably a time.
I'm tired of seeing the
product-
origin story.
And I think that's probably a product of the times. We as a generation, as a world, is bitter and jaded. You know what I'm saying? Politics right now, people right now, sensibilities right now is a bit bitter and jaded. So Superman reflected that at the time, you know.
See, and that I just to nitpick that scene, like the blowing up, like the Zack Snyder one,
Mhm.
because I agree. Like if I'm in that situation, you're telling me everybody just died in my vicinity and I couldn't save them, I'm probably just gonna be like, fuck, like because
Yeah, like what?
How do you know they're all dead though?
But
The nigga has super hearing.
but my,
Oh, here,
but my
nobody
thing
crying.
is
Let's get outta
like
here.
Everyone's dead.
what I would love from, because I wouldn't say I'm a Superman fan, but I know like what his core and what his values are, and I can compare him to like Spider-Man, even Tanjiro to an extent. Like what I love about a hero or a main character is no matter how much they go through, no matter how much, they still give a shit. So like in that scene, I imagine like, again, comparing Spider-Man or Tanjiro to it. If you just witness all that happening, you have to have a reaction. You have to really be like, holy shit, I can't, that's fucked up. Like, man, I couldn't save those people. What can I do
understand
more?
his reaction because
Yeah,
it
but
was
that's
a
Superman.
setup.
No, and
He
I
was set up. The
He
thing
didn't
was,
even go outside and like confront everybody to make
and
sure shit.
he did. You know, it's just bad editing because you know what happened. Anyway,
Did he just fly the back?
we don't
no,
no,
fly
but
the Lex?
you know what happens in like production wise. But in the extended version, there's a journalist, a news article, and it shows Superman saving people from the damage and everything. So it's in it. But like he was in a trial, he didn't see the bomb in the wheelchair.
Yeah, it was lead
And
covering it.
he was lead covering it, and like he's already getting all this shit, and she's like, "Here's one more thing." So like, I don't know, maybe because a bitch is speaking for myself, a bitch is tired.
well, that's what I mean. Like from my perspective, yeah.
More
Like
fucking thing.
exactly. No, like
Superhero,
from my
though.
perspective, I get
tired.
that. And like even like Invincible through the comics, like starts going through that where he's just like, oh, these people are dead. But like again, Superman, like you're Superman. You
Yeah.
are the meaning of hope. Feel something. Have some type of
He did.
reaction to be like,
He felt
these
like I gotta
people
leave.
died around me.
It's like,
like,
It's like fuck. They gonna
I
make
agree
me
with
more.
that.
again, I'm compared to Spider-Man. I'm just imagining like,
Losing
or
Instagram
even
followers.
Batman to an extent. Like Batman when in the Robert Pattinson, when everybody like when the floods happen and whatnot, he didn't just go, well, that happened on the next villain. No, he was like, I gotta get in there. Like, holy shit,
But
no,
it's like
this is a big
it's
deal.
two different stories. I hear what you're saying, but it's like two
Yeah.
different stories
No, it's
though.
just
It's
like-
two-
Like,
it's
they
two
were
directors.
coming at Superman for
It don't, but
being
look,
negligent.
well, Matt,
I hear
Reeves
what I hear what you're
that's
saying.
who he is at the core, though.
Yeah.
You're not, like,
But
you're
again,
not gonna let
it was-
these
it was a
humans who are
time-
coming at you let you defeat you as a person.
Yeah, just be like,
But
all right,
yeah, if
whatever.
you just keep getting
kinda
shitted on,
Yeah.
just to think about it, if you constantly getting shitted on and shitted on and
Bro,
shitted
so
on,
you gonna
and
get
then
upset about
superhero.
This is fucking 13.
They don't like me.
Right, but like I'm saving niggas' lives and y'all don't like me. I'm ending wars and shit.
They
And I have to
should.
come and defend myself
Oh well.
while you sitting there with a bucket of piss next to you,
Damn.
bitch.
It was a jar.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, bitch. I'm tired.
Can I say something
And
that's
then this shit,
controversial?
and then this nigga, and then someone had the nerve to blow up this shit just because I'm here. I'm tired.
And then they used the wheelchair.
I'm
That's crazy.
tired.
Look,
Yeah, y'all brought this nigga who fucking got hurt because I was trying to save the world from a nigga who I didn't even know about, who's followed me here from when I was a baby, and I've been doing right ever since. I'm tired.
all right, calm down.
Hey,
Snyder
Yuji
fan.
wasn't tired after he saw all those
I'm not
people
a
die from
Snyder
Sukuna. He cried.
Although,
I'm a Snyder fan.
although 300 is a
Very
cinematic.
good.
movie.
Why'd y'all show for Rebel Moon? Now y'all
What's
just,
your-
y'all just failed the man.
No, stop.
Y'all failed him.
What's your
Snyder
controversial?
My
fan.
controversial opinion.
Yeah.
I like that Lex Luthor.
He always says he likes the Lex Luthor.
Oh, from the
I like
Slender?
Jesse
But,
Eisenberg's Lex
Oh,
Luthor.
I agree. I
I
completely
do not like-
Egotistical, fucking just.
I
just
completely understand, especially in the
Made
loop
him
of
bald.
social networks and like these social media see these Elon Musk of the world.
Yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor makes complete sense.
I think he said he was about to quit
and
acting
again,
because of that
I
shit.
def-
Yeah,
I
'cause he was
defend that
bullied
scene.
for that.
I talk about this all the fucking time. The scene, it's my favorite scene in the whole movies is when they're having the gala and Lex Luthor is on stage having a whole fucking meltdown and Diana is like, this nigga. And Batman v Superman is trying to like having a dick measuring contest, but meanwhile the villain is on stage having a full meltdown. And
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, that's it.
I like that Lex.
I
Luthor.
get it.
I want to see the new one. I want to see.
No,
the new
I
one.
think Nicholas Holt.
Yeah, 'cause
Lex
he's a
Luthor
really-
is-
Yeah.
really-
Honestly,
he looks.
That's
I
Asperger's
feel
really
like
good, too.
no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade.
I ain't got pick lemonade. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be shady, but I don't think it's that hard to play Lex Luthor.
I think it is hard to play Lex Luthor to an extent.
We're literally living in a world with with two Lex Luthors.
Yeah,
running
but
shit.
you. First of all,
it's not hard to
well,
play.
no, we don't live
He
in a
has
world with two
Asperger's,
Lex
bro.
Luthors.
We're living through
We
this
live
shit
in a
now.
world with people who think they're Lex Luthor, but they have nowhere near the smarts of Lex Luthor.
or
They just have the
Kingpin
money.
or something like
Look,
that. You're
let
right.
me
You're
say,
right.
Let me say, because I do agree to that point, only for the reason that I have 4 interpretations of Lex Luthors that I've witnessed, and all 4 of them are
Great.
completely different.
I've never seen a bad Lex Luthor in my
Like,
opinion.
if you, that's another thing about the Christopher Reeve Superman movies. I forgot until you just brought that up.
Gene
whole-
Hackman, right?
Holy shit.
Is it
Is
Gene
he
Hackman?
he's a cartoony comic booky, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
But again, like you
Superman,
said, the
right?
product
And
of
he has
the
little
time.
henchmen, and I'm just like, oh, this
So
threw me
we're
off
doing
so
this,
hard.
right? We're officially going to do this. I think we should.
What?
The Superman watch party
Oh, yeah,
up
I'm
until
down.
the maybe stream
Gotta
it
get
on
Santa
Twitch
on. Gotta get Santa.
or like, put it on the possible Patreon that we're going to do, guys.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that idea.
But yeah, I think we should up
But yeah,
until
all
the,
4 Lex Luthors, like there's the Christopher Reeves ones that's super cartoony and you're like literally a comic book villain.
Mhm.
And then there's the Lex Luthor from the animated shows where he's like your brooding or like
Best Lex
really
Luthor,
suave,
That's my
like
favorite. Lex.
type dude. And then
and you
there's
see the growth
Jesse
of him
Eisenberg.
from like just being like the businessman to like the maniacal villain to like just the hysterical crazy person by the end of Justice League Unlimited. Yeah.
I don't know. Every adaptation is usually kind of fun. They have the Lex Luthor from Smallville. He was great. They were
Michael
best friends
Rosenbaum.
at first.
Yep.
Yeah, they were best friends at first.
Yeah.
Did you see Superman Returns, Matt?
Comic book version of Lex Luthor, who is just teetering on. He's just petty. All he is very petty.
Yeah.
He's just a very petty person.
Little dick
'cause
energy.
he wants to be the hero
Of the
for
story.
America. He doesn't think that an immigrant should be the hero for America.
Red
He
flag.
thinks he should be. So then, in turn, he becomes the villain
If I
to
agree
kill
with,
the
if I
hero.
agree with him, my bad.
You should zoom in on Purge's face when he
I mean,
said that.
to be fair, it goes back to what we say about like the first of anything. Like Lex Luthor is one of the first type of evil maniac
That we've
villains.
seen.
So like very
Dr.
basic
Dooms,
tropes.
Yeah, the Magneto.
racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. But yes, as a person who was on the fence, and like it's just so colorful and it's just so bright and it's just like
It looks like it's going to be a
I'm
comic
excited
book.
to have fun. And again, I'm not sure how James gonna take this in this direction. I already see a couple tropes already.
Yeah, it's some valid criticism.
James Gunn tropes, but I'm excited and I'm ready to have a good time.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I never
Too.
really
And I'm
cared
not even-
about any
yeah.
DC shit at all, but I'm looking
Have you
forward
ever
to
seen
seeing
Birds of
this.
Prey?
That look good. I never
movie.
seen it.
That is like the best DC movie.
Birds of Prey is
But Suicide
Harley
Squad.
Quinn
I think the
movie.
Suicide.
Yeah, I did see
Suicide
that.
Squad.
I don't.
Suicide Squad
I
is
think the Suicide Squad is overhyped.
I can't.
No, I
It's a good movie. Again,
I think it's one of my favorite
it's a good movie, but I think
heroes or comic book movies.
Birds
all
of Prey
time,
is
man.
probably better.
Birds of Prey was good.
I haven't
Prey
seen
is
Birds of Prey.
No, I
will say that.
just like DC has never really drawn me in, and I never really
Yeah,
cared about
same.
Superman. He's a little
Yeah.
too
Same.
Lame.
yeah, he's
Boy
a square.
Basic.
I like Batman's cool, but like he wasn't.
I do like
I
Batman.
didn't
way
care
more
about the
than
Ben
Superman.
Affleck Batman. I like
Oh,
the Dark
yeah.
Knight
Try to
Rises.
Hold it in, but I got
Yeah,
that.
there we go.
Yeah, I like
All right,
the Dark
you get
Knight. Yeah, I like the Dark Knight Batman
Yeah.
and Tom Hardy's Bane.
Yeah, those suck terribly.
What you talking about, bro? Those are $1 billion
loud.
movies.
You make all the money you want. There's a billionaire running the
Yeah,
country
success
right now.
and
Look how good that.
critical acclaim
Still
are two different
suck.
things.
But-
Oh, you
critical
never
acclaim
mind.
is
I'm
up there.
lying.
I mean, yeah, they do like it.
Yeah,
You're right.
No,
What I like about Batman is necessarily.
we ain't
it's-
talking about Batman right
I'm
now.
sorry, I don't know why, but he brought it up.
He was just talking about why he doesn't really like DC.
But then he brought up the Dark Knight.
We ain't talking about Dark Knight.
I
That
will
movie
say,
sucks.
like, what makes
Wait, no,
Batman
not Dark Knight.
appealing that we haven't seen yet is the Bat family. Honestly, when you get into the lore of Batman,
Nobody ever wants to add them.
they
though.
don't want to add and like bring all the Robins, bring Signal, bring all these hoes, and it makes you appreciate Batman more
You
a
would
little
need
bit.
that. I don't think they would like to viable. It's
no,
like
We're about to
would
get
be.
it. We're
You
getting
would
it.
be.
you would have to build out a world
Well,
just
that's-
around this
Well,
one
it's happening.
character.
We're getting it.
Well, yeah,
They're doing it.
yeah, because
but-
that's the thing. Because James Gunn's
did it before.
DC universe is
Right.
already built.
Yeah.
We're not jumping into a universe that
Like
is
starts
being
with Iron
built.
Man and then it goes
Right.
from there.
We're jumping
This
into
world
a
has already
universe
existed.
that's already built. These people already exist. So the thing is, like, as a person who's already seen Batman movies, you should already know all the origins. You're good.
Yeah, Martha.
And you don't need to know all the origins for the Robins. You just need to know the Robins.
You don't even need to
And
know,
enjoy them.
You right. You probably just need to. You don't need to know Dix. We know what happened. You probably need to Richard.
Talking about, yo.
Richard's Robin. You
Okay.
don't. Nightwing.
I know.
You you don't need to know his story. You probably need to know Tim's. Everyone and
Probably know Tim's. You don't
I would
really
like
need
to see that.
I don't think. I
animated,
think
though.
everyone knows.
That one's gonna be sweet.
Everyone knows the gist of Red Hood at this point. The Robin that failed.
No, just play it. No, just do. Just that's.
I think it'll be a good movie.
Just do that shit, yeah.
And then
I wanna
A
see
Red
that
Hood movie,
I want to see
like-
that crowbar.
A Red Hood movie would be sweet.
everybody
Like,
knows who Batgirl is.
so if they did a Batman movie and Red Hood
Got
existed
canceled.
in it, right? But then they did a Red Hood movie with how he came to be,
That
like
would
a
be
prequel
nice.
movie.
Yeah.
That would be
'Cause
fire.
Prequels are on fire right now.
I fuck with prequels. But like I think that what's going to make this universe so much better, so fun and so unique is everyone already exists. We're not slowly building up people that aren't even allowed to show up in other people's movies or shows.
They already-
stuff like that.
Everyone owns-
They're already there. They're already in the movies. And James Gunn has proven it time and time again
Peacemaker too.
that he can add as many characters as he wants and still make a good story, still make a good movie. He's proven it time and time again.
Go.
So I think, because in my opinion, from reading, I think DC has better characters than Marvel.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I was going to say
My
that.
favorite combo character is Spider-Man, but after you go down the list, it's mainly just DC stuff.
DC characters have the range that unfortunately the Marvel universe just don't have outside of the X-Men.
Yeah.
Aside from the X-Men,
You and the X-Men.
I'm sorry. It's just they have
that's
the
right.
range. They have the growth and the
They have
storytelling then and now that we just don't get from other characters. Yes, I am.
No,
He
I
spent
think
$700 on breaks. What you expect, yo? He loves X-Men. That's who he is. That's why we hired him.
okay.
Go ahead.
Here's a special message
Damn.
from Wesley.
Ash it before you pass it.
If this whole thing causes them to stop the fucking Robert Pattinson shit, I
They good.
will boycott.
It's not.
It's not. Matt Reeves is going to do that. The man hasn't finished the script yet.
But he-
I
just
will
do an update
boycott.
on
I
it.
don't care. I will boycott.
Matt Reeves.
all of
I
it.
don't get.
Yeah, I made
like,
some. I made some.
I need.
I made some.
Well, especially after how great fucking Penguin was. Like, you can't just leave it.
Well,
No.
my thing is, I don't know where it came in that James Gunn has anything to do with Matt Reeves. Like, I keep seeing that
It's
brought
all
up.
under
Well, technically he does because James Gunn runs anything DC related.
now. Like
I thought he was leaving
the
him on his
Batman
own to
is
do his
the
thing.
Elseworld story.
Yeah.
So anything that's not going to be involved in DC universe, whatever they're calling it, DCU is going to be considered Elseworld. So
Yeah.
any side stories that's not connected to the Penguin, the Batman, any
Get back to work.
all that's going
I
to be
love you,
considered
Vic.
Elseworlds.
But
Like even
also-
the Arrowverse, even old shit now, it's all
No,
considered
that's all
Elseworlds
dead,
now. The
though.
Joker, Elseworld.
Yeah,
Let it die.
I made some sourdough bread.
Like for real in real life. IRL.
So
Y'all want
I want some.
Y'all want some sourdough bread?
we'll get some
Yeah.
sourdough bread after
Yeah,
this.
what were we gonna say?
After we
I
get
was
to the
gonna
DEI,
say that James Gunn runs all of DC, but like he's leaving it up to Matt Reeves. Like he's not like whatever Matt Reeves chooses to do is whatever he chooses to do.
But
because
I feel like
that's what I was
that's a
hearing.
detriment. Get to work, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not
no,
rushing
I'm sorry.
anybody to do
I'm
anything.
sure they're paying him a lot of fucking money, and it's already been all these years, and we already had one spinoff, and we're getting ready to ship up a universe, and I gotta wait on you to even do my Batman
But
shit.
bro, rushing
Nigga,
stuff
wait on
out,
him.
Get to
rushing
work.
stuff out was the
Wait on
reason
him.
that the last
No,
one
because
failed.
like, you know what? Fuck that. Because we used to do this shit every 2 years.
But the last one failed because y'all rushed stuff out and the execution was ass.
Cool.
yeah,
DCEU, the fucking
Oh, that
Snyder
I'm
shit.
talking about besides the point. I'm not talking about DCEU. I'm talking about back in the golden age of movies and shit. When we used to
was
get
different.
superhero movies
Hollywood
or
is
movies in
different.
general or sequels to movies every 2 years. You know what I'm saying? This shit can't
look
be
how
done.
Marvel's doing now.
Bro,
And
Hollywood
my
is
case.
way different now. Stuff
But
has to be
again,
collected.
that's like
connected.
before-
Look how Marvel's doing
That's
now.
before conglomerates
Look how
and shit
Marvel's
used
doing
to
now.
happen.
Yeah, I
'Cause remember
think-
Blade
yeah.
and Blade 2?
No, I don't remember
X-Men,
Blade. It hasn't come out yet. I don't remember Blade. It hasn't
No,
come
we're
out
talking
yet.
about
Batman,
the
Batman
good one.
Returns. You know what I'm
The
saying?
great
Like
one.
back in the day, at least for me growing
Back
up.
in the day, nobody gave a shit.
I was about to say, but
why
they
do
weren't
we have to wait
sustainable, though.
4 years for fucking an invincible
Because it
sequel?
has to
You
be
know what I'm saying?
everything
When
got to
I
be
used to
connected,
get
bro.
Justice League and Justice League Unlimited and then Justice League and Batman back to back to back for years. Like
But they
all
didn't,
this money,
they didn't
what are y'all
last,
spending this
though.
money
Right-
on?
right
They didn't
11,
last
dog.
because they didn't give enough time.
What is it? What are y'all spending this money on?
Right or
Yeah.
left,
Rose.
Cocaine.
Noir.
Spider-Man Noir looks great. Oh, that looks good. That looks
That
really
nigga
good.
definitely got a stunt man.
Bro,
That-
of course.
That
It's
nigga
not
ain't
him.
sliding across
It's not
the floor
him under
doing
the
all that
what's the-
shit.
It's not him under it. I think. No, it's not. I think he's just no, because I thought he was just a voice at
How
first.
does Spider-Man
looks good.
Does he swing with webs or does he have a grappling hook?
No, he swings with webs,
How
right?
does his? I meant to ask that on the call. How does his work?
Yes.
I thought he did this.
You don't know this?
He did do this.
No, I did not. When
Dishonor
Spider-Man
your
Noir
cow.
came out, I did not.
Dishonor your cow.
It's
What?
honor on your cow.
You cannot say
You are a
that.
comic book expert.
I'm not. I don't care for.
We here for
Spider-Man Noir.
specific reasons. I'm the F slur. You're the nerd. You're the comic book nerd. How dare you not know something?
And I love Spider-Man.
That's not
but-
your reason for
Noir's
being
not my
here.
It's literally.
Wait, it's not.
No,
I don't. My problem is. I tried
I do
to
one
read.
good job on a game, so you're like, hire him.
That's our DEI.
I was put out my cigar. I like this guy. Stop.
They're one of the good ones.
Yeah, one of the good ones.
going where
He's got talent.
Yeah.
He's going somewhere.
This guy, good. I want you to work for me.
I'm like, yes. What's in my contract? Anyways.
Spider-Man Noir takes place in a time period I don't enjoy, so I don't like
The
it.
40s?
I don't like
The 40s?
It's somewhere
Whatever.
around there. I
40s.
think, yeah, 40s. But I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that time
Really?
period. I don't like that time period.
Like in general?
Yeah. I just like any media with that in there. I was like, it's not for me.
It's
I
just
couldn't
boring
feel
to
it.
you.
Did you not like Sinners in?
You didn't.
I
you
like
watched
Sinners.
Oppenheimer.
That's 'cause we
different.
won.
I'm talking about like superhero shit. Like Oppenheimer was great. Oppenheimer was great.
saying
What about
we-
Sinners?
Sinner was great
We
too.
didn't even have to get involved in that.
But Sinners was different.
Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking with you.
I
Sinners
still
was
take
different.
a dub is a dub.
No,
I'll
that
take
doesn't
it.
count. We didn't do
I'll
shit.
take it, 'cause we'll do it again.
But, all right, we will do
Anyway.
it again. But this time we gonna be the one. who-
Anyway,
Spider-Man Noir.
anyway, Spider-Man Noir, not my cup of tea. His design is sweet. I fuck with that, and I
What's
love
his
Nicolas
relation
Cage.
to Oppenheimer?
Probably like, what up?
Wait, hold on.
They're probably in the
They
same
probably
city.
dab each other up. But I don't know. It might be between the 20s and the 40s for Spider-Man Noir. I don't know exactly. But again,
20s is too early.
I'm not a big fan of Spider-Man Noir, but I'm excited about this because it looks great. And I love Spider-Man, Even though I think this is just called Spider Noir.
Is it when is that coming out?
This year.
Does it say?
I don't remember.
I think it's fall time.
This
Did
year.
they cancel Silk?
Yeah,
thought
they
it-
canceled
I thought-
anything related to Sony Universe.
That makes me sad.
I thought that was the one with
Why?
the racist guy.
I don't know. I wanted to see this. I wanted to see
It was some
Spider-Girl.
Spider-Man with some racist dude in there.
That was a fan made one.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, and then
I wanted
the
to see
guy that
Silk.
played Spider
Because
Man.
we're getting her in Spider-Man 3, the video game, but like, I don't know. If you're gonna do all this extra Spider-Man stuff, expand the universe a little bit. Again,
they
it
got
goes back to
Sony
what
for-
I'm
they
saying
got
about
Sony for all
Batman.
that shit.
Like, what makes Spider-Man good sometimes, not all the way. Never mind. Spider-Man's not like Batman in that way.
I get what you're saying.
But like
do
sometimes
agree.
I like seeing like if you're gonna introduce all these spider people, and at least like
There's so many too.
They did it through Across the Spider-Verse.
And they did it with Madam
Yeah.
Web. Y'all ain't like that
They,
shit.
get the fuck out of
look,
here.
Okay,
Madam
my
Web
bad, sorry.
was
Terrible.
I can't believe that
but
movie
you can't
exists.
say it wasn't
I really
entertaining.
can't.
I
No.
found
You can
it-
say that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ain't see it,
No,
you can
it's
say
not,
it.
man.
can literally say that.
I watched
It was not
it.
entertaining.
It was.
I watched
rough.
it. I found it entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
I found it entertaining. I was like, oh, this shit is dumb.
No.
But haha.
Spider-Man Noir comes out, or Spider Noir is what it's called. It comes out in 2026.
Nicholas
Oh,
Cage.
next year?
But Nicolas Cage, it looks really good.
Yeah.
From what we've seen, it was just a teaser trailer.
People were
But-
calling it like a fan. It looked fan made.
I don't-
But I
I mean-
but I think
Shut
that's the
y'all asses
aesthetic of like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Do
like
better.
when they announced it. I don't know, like, and they said it was live action. I was like, I don't know what the fuck to expect. So, like, what I
Yeah.
get, I don't know what you could. I still wouldn't know what I would want it to be.
I think
and it looks
it'll be
good.
dope.
That's so true. Because like I haven't
looks
seen
good.
enough of a Spider Noirs where like I haven't read the comics. I played. There was a video game, Spider-Man: Web of Shadows, and you got to play as different Spider-Man, and you played as Spider Noir. And it was literally just like it was like playing Batman Arkham. Like everything was black. It was in black and white. You got to hide in the shadows and everything. And that's my interpretation of it, like a black and white world. Like that's how I envision it.
Is he a detective?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's essentially Batman.
In this movie, in the show, he's Ben Reilly is his name.
Oh, he's
Ben Reilly
Wow.
is
That's really- okay.
famously known as Spider-Man's clone, who
Scarlet.
takes Spider-Man's place so Peter Parker can go off and be Peter Parker. And then Ben Reilly they get confused about who the real Peter Parker is. And then there's this whole
That's
thing.
gonna piss some people off.
And at the time, so
As
then
long as he stay white, it's
Peter
fine.
Parker
You're not
comes back, and so then there's Peter Parker Spider-Man, then Ben Reilly is Scarlet Spider, and then Ben Reilly dies at the hands of Green Goblin. He jumps in front of the glider and takes the hit instead of Peter Parker.
Oh no!
So yeah, but then he comes back again. We get Ben Reilly back again because nobody stays dead, and now he's Chasm, which is weird. Chasm. He's kind of evil. He was good for a while, and then he went evil again, per usual. Sucks. Then you have Kane Parker. Well, let's get into him real quick. Another clone who was super ugly at first.
Mad racist. Kane Parker.
Kane Parker's sweet. He's my favorite, bro.
Don't mean he ain't racist.
He's sweet. He's
think
got
that's
like a
a-
little.
sound racist.
He's got
It's a
like a little
biblical
bone that
name,
comes
actually.
out right there.
Just
Yeah, people. Yeah,
Okay.
they're sweet, bro. I like the clones. Fuck everybody.
Do we got other trailers?
Who?
we had Ironheart.
Ironheart.
But we can.
So, but like Marvel, we can forget about it.
Yeah.
Don't
It
do
took
that.
It took 3 days before it come out.
Don't
They
do
gonna
that.
drop a trailer after something come out.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
How they gonna, bro? How you gonna drop a trailer the same day Superman trailer's coming out?
I would
You
watch-
really don't want anyone to see this bitch.
Bro, nobody saw. Nah.
Well, because I think it was made during the time where they were doing the restructuring, so I think if nothing's gonna come from it, it's just
nothing's.
instead of doing what
Well,
DC does and
it's gonna
just
be
like
done in 2 weeks.
scrap it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing the first 3 episodes
Yeah.
this time.
I think I'll drop it like how they dropped Andor, 3 episode
Yeah.
premiere.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. It does look.
It
fine.
looked good.
It looks
I wanna
like
see
the
It looks
CG in it.
fine.
Yeah, it looked all right.
I'm excited to see
Not
the
for the
hood.
story. Yeah.
I'm excited to see if they actually add Mephisto.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
If they actually add
Sarah-
Mephisto.
Machine
Mephisto's
going-
supposed to be in Ironheart?
Yeah,
Mephisto was supposed to be here when
Mephisto's
COVID
affiliated
was
with
here.
the
being
hood.
played by Borat.
Yeah.
Really?
Sarah
Yeah,
Cohen,
Borat's in it in an
Boren,
undisclosed
yeah.
role, and they think it's Mephisto.
Interesting.
But we
That
were supposed
is-
to get Mephisto in Agatha.
We were supposed to get Mephisto.
Side
in
note,
2000.
just because when you said Web of Shadows, it just made me think of that one scene in Web of Shadows. They kind of do it in
Still have that game.
Across the Spider-Verse, because in Web of Shadows and Across the Spider-Verse, it's Miguel telling Spider-Man, you can't save everybody. Like you can't. Like you just got to let this person die. And in both iterations, but in Web of Shadows, it's one of the best fucking Spider-Man lines ever. Spider-Man's telling him, Peter Parker's like saying, we can't just let them, like we can't do anything. You can't just let them die. Like I'm not going to do anything, like not just going to not do anything. And Miguel's like, we can't save everybody. That's just not what we do. And he's like, if you can't do anything, you're just going to stand by and let somebody die, then you don't know the first thing that means to be Spider-Man. And it just fucking hits so hard.
Superman learn something.
Like
well, I mean, what do you
hard.
expect from a Spider-Man named Miguel?
O'Hara. So he's Latino and Irish.
The two worst kinds.
What? Both of them have. Well, I was about to say both of them have pretty good food. I've
Both
never had any.
indentured servants.
Mexican food has been slapping. That Mexican food that I just had by the house in Auburn Hills the other day. I showed you it. So good. It was so good.
He trying to appeal.
Appeal to who, bro? I love Mexican food.
Anyway, man, Ironheart looks pretty interesting. I don't know. Well, it's only 6 episodes.
Really?
I think it's only supposed to be out for like.
Bro,
they literally
they shot this motherfucking show in like 2021.
Yeah,
the time
it's
schedule
been
for it
done.
was weird. I don't even know when it take place. Like
Neither do they.
Neither do we. Neither do they.
I think it's like right after Wakanda Forever.
I like
Okay, so she's gonna be part of the Avengers.
No.
champion.
Her chair wasn't there, so
She ain't
might
about to
die
be-
in this shit.
She ain't about to be part of shit.
Maybe the champions, with
really throw it away.
with Miss Marvel, getting all the young heroes together.
Can I
Oh, a
ask y'all-
DEI team.
Can I ask y'all
It's literally
something?
all girls.
It's all women.
Can I ask y'all
except for
something
Wiccan.
controversial? A little bit controversial.
Oh,
Say whatever
Lord.
fuck-
Why do y'all think the trailer got over 500,000 dislikes?
That's
Because
controversial.
she's black. It's not
We know
controversial.
why.
She's black. It's a black Iron Man.
Wait, it's not because the show doesn't look good?
No. because
No,
she's black.
it doesn't.
No, I
it
will
looks
say.
fine.
Wait, why are you?
I will say I seen a comment.
Because it
though.
doesn't look. Wait, because it doesn't look. What?
They don't even
look bad. Like the
dislikes
trailer
aren't
itself
public.
doesn't look bad.
How can they see that?
Wait.
Dislikes aren't public.
Well, I don't know. Somebody can. I don't
They
know.
said
They
they
try
got
to
more
do.
dislikes
They
than
try to
dislikes.
say headlines because to
Yeah.
rile people up,
But it-
get engagement.
all the female led movies or TV shows have all gotten disproportionately
I don't
amount.
think Love and Thunder gets enough hate.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
it
it should.
That and Eternals. But
Who gives a fuck? Fuck these
Eternals fucking sucks.
pussies,
I'm-
bro.
You can
Hey.
say, hey, all you want. That movie
Hey.
sucks. Eternals
Hey.
sucks.
Eternal sucks, bro.
That's gay too.
Hey,
How's it good? We'll talk about that a different day. 'Cause it's fucking not.
That missionary beach.
Beachside missionary.
y'all gotta get over that shit.
That shit was.
Eternals sucks.
Y'all gotta get over the.
I'm
the
not
rock
getting
sex.
over it.
Get over the fact that
That
movie
missionary was
sucks.
trash.
Listen, even if I get over the fact that they did that, I'm not gonna get over the fact that they stood by while a bunch of fucked up shit happened.
All right, so
Where were these niggas when Jesus got killed?
Where was Mel Gibson?
Wes, yes. I can't.
So, with the turn of recent events, is Miguel O'Hara now considered Afro-Latina?
Shut the fuck up.
Wait.
Yes.
Okay. Nah.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
he's a redhead.
Yes,
He's not a
Nick
redhead,
says
though.
He's
yes.
not a redhead.
He's just
He's
Irish.
Irish, but
He's not a redhead.
He's not a
but the
redhead.
derogatory
Irish.
the,
No.
the,
Yeah.
He's
the
not a redhead.
derogatory terms of white people like making fun of redheads and stuff like that it starts from Irish and
Me and Nick say yes.
It starts with
So that's it. Yeah,
that,
exactly.
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
We are.
We're in
You guys-
charge
I
of
don't
the.
know.
We
I
are
don't
in
know,
charge of the
man.
white people
slurs.
talking down on redheads.
We're in charge of the slurs.
No, you're not.
You are too. What do you mean?
No, we
I'm
got.
not.
We're
we
gonna
got
call
him-
you a slur.
We got him in the draft.
You honky.
Yeah, now you're getting
Jesus.
slurred.
People
Shut up,
looking
cracker.
down on. Can I actually say what I'm trying to?
Oh my god.
People
That's
looking
so
down on redheaded people, white people looking down on redheaded people started with Irish people way, way back in the day.
naturally, of
So
course.
him being
Potato-
Irish
Potatoes.
and
I'll say potato
Latino
red ass
mixed
potato.
together is why I said Afro-Latino.
Kind of.
I haven't heard that, but I like that.
And now they're
a
all
white
redheads
man, I
are
like
like
that.
considered black now because the
No,
same letters
Did
in
they take their
ginger
last names?
is an N word.
They take their last names?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What you mean? Did they take their last names?
Yeah,
Well, because
all
they
I
were
have to
stripped.
say-
They stripped Africans of their last
All
names.
I have to say is I seen one comment about the Ironheart trailer and I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Please say it, please.
Where she in the trailer, she said, "I'm gonna make something iconic, something of my own," and then made an Iron Man suit. And someone was like, "All you did was make fucking Tony Stark's fucking thing.
Oh,
It's not your own at all.
It's exactly like the Miles.
Well, a
thing
lot of
from the
people
video
say
game.
this is race swapping when they don't know.
It's
that
not race
she-
swapping
yeah,
at all.
She's
You
a
can't,
fucking
you
character.
can't race swap
Oh
someone
my
who's
god,
already that race
I
swap.
hate it.
Bro, I
Race
understand
swapping
jokes,
would
but when
be-
it's,
It's not even.
Is her name
Fun.
Tony Stark? Like, Jesus Christ.
But they didn't say race
She doesn't
swapping when
even
War
meet-
Machine came in.
Like Tony, immediately,
yeah.
Tony becomes an AI in her suit, which is going to be my question. I
oh,
kind
they
of,
gonna hate that shit.
I don't think he's
Oh.
going to be it.
No.
They can't
No.
afford Robert Downey Jr. to be her
They
AI.
can't afford Robert Downey Jr.
Just
for
ask
this
him
show.
as,
They don't
like
even-
as a favor. Like, bro, can you come in?
He's not doing that. He's Dr. Doom.
He do it off the love.
He's busy.
He
doing
he did give her fucking when she was first announced. He did like pass the torch, and they met. They had dinner apparently.
Bro, people don't give a fuck.
I didn't think about that, man. Imagine how much fucking money they must have given Robert Downey Jr. for Dr. Doom. For him to be so excited, be like, yes, Doom, yes. All
Bro,
right,
they
let's
gave him-
Don't
do
piss
it.
me off again.
They gave him
Matt.
$8 million for Homecoming. He was in there for
Like,
30
geez,
seconds.
man, he's
Don't piss me
Woo!
off,
Gotta be
'cause this-
so. It's got to be probably the
For him
biggest
to
contract.
be
in
maxed
history.
up and probably do ADR most of his lines. Like have that.
We
shit-
gotta see
Look,
it. bro.
y'all are saying this now, but once the movie comes out, you can be like, "Oh, my bad. He did do a good job."
No, we're gonna be.
No,
y'all
no,
gonna
no,
be.
no,
we're
no,
gonna
no,
be
no,
acting-
Right?
we're-
He's
no,
gonna,
no, no,
he's
no.
gonna do a good
No,
job.
no, no, exactly. Because like I
He's
don't
an
know,
Oscar
me
winner.
and Tony were saying this. Like at the end of the day, because he's a great actor, I think he will do a great Doom. But I don't want to see a Robert Downey Jr. Doom.
Thank you.
Like
Oh
I don't
my
want to see
God.
that. I think he'll be good. I'm not
Dr.
worried
Doom,
about him
because,
being
like,
bad.
because
You'll
At the end
find
of the
out.
day, he's just gonna be playing like an evil version of himself.
Exactly.
I want, which I want to see.
It is, but
see
I
that.
just, it's just I wanted new blood. I
Same,
just
yeah,
wanted,
that's times.
I
yeah.
wanted a fresh interpretation.
Yeah,
I
same.
wanted someone who's gonna be
a Latvian.
Go watch
like,
Fantastic
yeah,
Four.
maybe someone
Hardcore,
finally Jewish. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
suave.
Just
suave looking, gorgeous,
just
handsome
like-
man. You know.
let us complain, Wes. It's just,
I love Dr. Doom. I
Right,
want to
that's what
see
I'm
a
saying. Like, I
really,
just
really
love
good
Dr.
one.
Doom
First of all, I love
Nobody
Dr.
cares about that metal face bitch.
First,
He gonna have the mask
All
on
right,
the whole
Reed
time.
Richards. All right.
I'm just
first of
saying,
all,
like
I love Dr. Doom.
and I don't even know who could play Dr. Doom at this point, but Robert Downey Jr.
Henry
fact,
Cavill.
I think.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
He's
Viola
gonna-
Davis
he's gonna
would have
fucking
made
flop.
it great.
He's in there.
Viola Davis would have made
Shit,
it great.
you
I've never done this fence ever in my life.
And hey,
I've always loved them.
if you seen fucking How to Get Away with Murder, hell yeah.
I mean, she's a great actress.
But I just wanted to, I don't know. It's just like, I get it. He'll do fine. Oscar winner, blah, blah, blah. He's the GOAT. Let's jerk him off all day. But,
No way,
I would love to.
Well, see the.
but I just wanted to see.
Yeah, and not
Ooh.
not to keep going on and on and
Yeah,
on.
we gotta
But,
move
but
on.
like the other thing is like if you have
Sorry,
this, if you
but-
have this staple character that's like
Introducing,
Iron Man,
like, and
like-
you're introducing him to be the next big bad of your.
it's gonna
of the
be
next
jarring.
chapter.
Because
No
it's-
matter
it-
what, it's
because
gonna
it's
be
the
jarring.
It's the
Especially after,
multiverse, yo.
especially we know why they did it because of the bullshit with Jeffrey Majors, whatever his name,
Free Majors. They was racist.
whatever homeboy's name
Freeman
is.
Rage.
We know why they
Jonathan.
did it, but
Jonathan.
it's just like, damn, bro, they could have just done a little more work. They could have just,
God.
they could have just worked a
Like,
tiny bit more
gonna
harder.
be jarring,
Kind of like,
how are you gonna have any of the other characters interact with him and not be like,
love
oh, is that Tony
because
Stark?
like we see it already.
Like,
The
I love this
Spider-Man,
so
the
much,
Spider-Man plot line tells itself.
yeah,
That's we literally are spoiled.
We,
everywhere I look, I see him.
I will
Like,
say,
it's not
spoiled
gonna
in
see
its
him.
own. It
I'm a-
spoiled itself.
guys, we talked about this already.
I know, but let us
I've
be
said this
mad, bro.
before. Look,
He's been letting you be mad.
I'm gonna assume.
still mad.
Yo, when
I'm
the,
still mad.
when the
I'm gonna-
tickets drop, don't tell us.
Let's just wait.
And then they did the whole fucking
Wait
last
until
thing.
it drops.
Let me bitch
Wait
one
until
more.
it drops.
One more thing, and they did that whole 4-hour stream announcing
yeah,
the
I
cast, just for Ronnie Downey Jr. to be at the end, like that. Like,
Yeah.
fuck off.
bro,
bro,
don't see it.
we
then.
just gotta-
Fucking don't see it.
No, just wait till it. Like, wait, save your anger, because I'm gonna assume that they know what they're doing. I'm gonna give them a
Because
benefit
if it's
of-
bad,
Again,
we
we're
gonna
not
crit- yeah, we
saying-
gonna come in here and
We're
roll
not
it.
saying it's gonna be bad. We're just
Yeah.
saying
No,
work
no,
harder.
I'm saying I think I know what they're like. I'm assuming that they know what they're doing. Like, they're not gonna let him being Robert Downey Jr. Junior interfere with the story.
See, and that's where my
they're
hope
either going to
is.
tie it into the story or it's not
Like,
going to
that's
be
where my
revealed.
hope, where I saw what the Russo brothers were saying, where when they came to the person with the script, whoever the main person is, the person was like, "What the fuck? No, this is stupid." Robert Downey Jr. is Dr.
Did
Doom.
they?
No.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, the person said, "Yeah, no, this is stupid. Not going to do it." And then he said he thought on it for a day, and he came back to me. He's like, "Wait a minute, we could actually make something out of this." So that kind of got me excited, but yeah. Yeah, and it's still like I really hope
It's
because
so-
they
I think
didn't
it's
build
gonna-
it. It's,
when does it
there's
come
still
out
no
next year?
build-up.
No, come on.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
next year it's coming.
yeah, they just started filming.
Well, that'll be here soon.
Yep.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, probably.
Any other questions, comments, concerns, worries?
Yeah, man. See shit
I'm
before y'all
always-
judge it. But that's not gonna help
Also,
anyone.
I saw Sinners again. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's good.
Damn.
Sinners was sweet.
You can't rob this pussy for a night.
You rob cops. And,
Yo, interracial girls got another fucking
Bro,
100 years of
so
quotes.
there's a thing. So there's a trend going on social media right now on the gay side of TikTok of just like
gay talk.
gay talk
Yeah.
of like us just saying our favorite lines from movies or favorite like monologues and stuff.
Damn, the gays got that too.
Yeah, bro. Cause like it's cunty. It's just like shit that you go say. So like the one where she's like, "Oh, you stuck your tongue in my coos and fucked me so hard." And
Yeah,
like
bitch,
that's
get over
now
it.
that's like part of the gay lexicon now. Cause like especially when you talk to DL dudes and then you see them in public and then you'd be like, oh,
My
you
girl's
ignore
friend
me.
told. What does cunty mean? My girl's friend told her
Cunty?
to find him a cunty,
You remember
a
swag? You remember
slutty,
swagger?
It's like
cunty
yeah, it's like
outfit.
gay version of swag.
Yeah.
Or
Like aura?
sassy.
Yeah, aura, but like in a positive way, like cunty, like bitch, but like
Taking it back.
heightened.
We're taking the ownership back
We taking cunt back?
of the word.
No, they can add that shit.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
it's
wrap it
fine.
up.
Nick, do the thing.
Yep.
See you Space Cowboys later.
See ya.